right, Rory, I got to start with the wardrobe. I don't think I've ever seen anyone as Canadian as this.
I'm going for the Canadian tuxedo. It was just like if I'm going to be invited to the elite athlete press conference of a major as a Canadian, I feel like I should make some sort of statement.
Yeah.
It's my first time, so it's fun.
But the mullet looks amazing too. Like, how long have you been growing that thing out?
So I had the mullet in Boston, but it was early stages mullet, which is kind of like no one can tell when you're growing a mullet, but they can tell when it's like fully blossomed. And yeah, it's been since then, so probably 8 months of growth here. So but yeah.
So how are you feeling about your build up and your fitness right now?
Best build of my life, consistent mileage, lifetime bests on places that I've trained for 6.5 years out in Flagstaff, running times that I've never touched in training. So it's exciting, and it's one of those where it's like you kind of need that to go for a record like this. You need that confidence in not only your past results, but also in your current training, because marathons are scary, man. They're beasts. So it was good, and I feel like it's good enough to give it a good crack for sure.
And you ran 207 low in Boston. Like, how do you think, compare that Boston to the Boston course to Chicago? Like, how much faster do you think Chicago is?
I mean, I think it's faster, undoubtedly faster. How much faster is up in the air depending on the year. We do have good weather, so that's good. The thing that gave me confidence specifically about how I ran Boston, I ran 207.02, was I went through halfway in 61.50 and didn't die. And that was the thing, is like, I didn't die off this. In Boston, they tell you if you go out hard, you're going to pay for it more there than anywhere because of the Newton Hills and everything that you face in the second half of the course. Here, we don't face anything like that. The worst thing that can happen to me on Sunday is lose contact with a group and end up in no man's land. So as long as I pick my group wisely and I don't have any sort of fueling issues or any sort of hiccups like that, I think it's going to be a lot safer to go out in a similar pace range and just kind of like let it fly.
Yeah, have you talked to people about what that pace is going to be, you think, for the second group?
Yeah, I've talked to Connor. I've talked to my agent is representing one of the pacers and a couple of the other athletes that'll be in our group. We think it's going to be likely like Zuhair Talbi, Alex Masai, Wesley Kiptu, myself, maybe Connor. Connor kind of has his own pacer, and I think he kind of is going to make a decision on the fly. But ideally, we're going to be 62 to 62.30 would be my preferred pace through halfway.
Yeah.
And hopefully we have that group of 5-6 guys of us. And I would love Connor to be in our group. I kind of doubt his intentions at times, just because he's such a warrior that I feel like he could see, Joffrey Kamworor is only going 61.30. What am I going to do, right? Like, there's going to be split-second decisions on race day that might impact the group.
Do you think there's going to be another group in between, like the career, like, and you guys?
I think we'll know by the technical meeting. We don't know yet. I think so. I mean, I feel like it would be crazy if everyone has to choose between 204 pace / 205 pace and 2 hours and 1 minute pace. Like, maybe we've gotten to that point in the sport where everyone can go out in 60-30 and live to tell the tale, but I feel like that's playing with fire, and I hope that they do that, because I'd love to place higher than I did at Boston. That would be a sweet consolation prize no matter what the time is, right?
Yeah.
So I hope everybody and their dog goes out in 201 pace, and that they all come back and we've got people to chase in the last 10K.
Yeah. Well, you said you're going after the North American record, but that could be a moving target because you might have to beat Connor to get it. So what's that like?
To get the area record, I think I'll have to beat Connor. That's the fact. I have no doubt. Like, Connor won't speak for himself, but it will be shocking if Connor doesn't break 205.38 or 205.36 this weekend. I think my range of outcomes is at least a personal best, and I think I could run as fast as low 205s, high 204s maybe. And it's going to depend on what kind of day Connor has, really. Like, I'm at his mercy in a lot of ways. Just out of respect for how good he's been, I do think I have a puncher's chance, and that's fun. That gets you in the fight. So I'll go out swinging, but we'll see what happens.
Are there any intra-BYU bets? Feels like half the elite field's from BYU. So are there any bets for, like, who wins or any friendly wagers?
No, because I think, like, a race like Chicago, like, we all have, like, our own, like, mini target goals. Like, I think a race like this, we can all be successful if we all hit our, like, benchmarks, and it doesn't matter so much. I think the funniest storyline is whatever Connor or I run, I think is what Clayton will decide is a appropriate goal for his Valencia run. So that'll be interesting. I think that the three of us kind of, without even saying a word, like really compete with one another. And like obviously Connor's been the class of us over the last couple of years, but it's been exciting to kind of feel like there's this North American rise and we're all a part of it right now. So.
And who's coaching you these
John
days?
Green.
John Green coaching.
Yeah, so
how long has he been coaching you for?
Since the Olympics last year. So just over a year now. So he coached me through my Boston performance this spring, and I've run PBs in 10K, half marathon under him. And yeah, it's been really good so far.
Cool. Good luck on Sunday. Thanks for the time, Rory.